Very good. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4, the last day of summer.
That's right. It feels so nice outside, but the big chill is on the way.
We'll get more on that in just a minute. But first, topping our news today, OPEC is slashing oil production based on what it calls uncertainty that surrounds the global market. So how's it going to affect local businesses? We'll find out.
If you had one of the 14 City of Madison ballot drop boxes from the 2020 election in your neighborhood, you might have noticed a change lately. Our Catherine Merck explains.
And it's the end of an era at Truax Airfield. The last F-16 in the 115th Fighter Wing took off today before the F-35s arrive next spring. Let's take a look outside. Great day to be out.
Boy, the colors are really... Are we close to full peak right now?
I think we're going to find out from Greg.
Okay.
I saw he was working on a map.
Oh, good.
Here comes the wind, which could affect the colors a little bit. Greg's in the backyard. Enjoy the warmth.
Yes, I'm working on that map, coloring it right now. But no, we got colors coming, and I'll show that in a little bit. But overall, the conditions are really nice for really the last day we're going to see this before things do change. We do have that system to the south that's bringing some showers and some cloud cover, but the front actually is further to the north, so that's not the big deal. Right now, we have a few showers getting into southwest Wisconsin. If you zoom in, a lot of that is falling apart, but still, Grant County up to Crawford County and some of those areas could still see a shower through the next 4 to 6 hours, and it spreads east overnight. As you can see, there's futurecast. It does fall apart, but we may see a shower or two through 10 p.m. tonight for maybe southern areas and western areas. Overall, 74 degrees right now in Madison, a little cooler to the west because of the cloud cover. But overall, if you zoom in, you can see the temperatures are perfectly hovering around the low to mid 70s for Dane County right now. So as you look at planning your time out, we should have temperatures real mild afternoon, evening, getting down to 57 as we get calm conditions. But overall, a nice evening and really overnight. The big change, like you guys already mentioned, comes tomorrow. I'll break that down and I'll also show you where the peak is for the fall colors in a little bit.
Could be a good weekend to get out. Well, it didn't take long for gas prices to shoot back up close to where they were this past summer. AAA lists the average in Dane County at $4.13 for a gallon of unleaded today.
Now, while you may be able to limit your mileage, a lot of people can't. Andrew Banstra learned why prices didn't drop when we thought they would. Andrew?
It's not just Dane County or even Madison. Statewide, the average gallon of gas is at $4.05. That's well above the national average. Today, AAA Wisconsin explained that the deadly fire at an oil refinery in Ohio we told you about last week could take months to fix. When you mix in Hurricane Ian's devastating damage and OPEC's decision to cut supply by 2 million barrels a day, you can see why prices aren't falling. You pay more at the pump, but so do businesses. That's leading some restaurants to charge an additional delivery fee and shrink their delivery areas.
You know, we would love to be able to just send deliveries and really keep our delivery business as high as possible. You know, a 10-minute drive out to Oregon used to be not that big of a deal, but now that gas is $3.98 a gallon, it's a little bit more.
It pains Sugar River Pizza Company to charge a fee. They don't want to lose business. Pre-pandemic, the pizza spot charged about $2.50 for a delivery order. That's what they paid as a business. Now that's up to $5. They say the fee goes directly to the drivers to help offset gas and wear and tear. There may be some relief. Wisconsin has switched to Winter Blend, which is cheaper. Tonight, we'll hear from AAA about more.
Andrew, thank you. We'll see you then. Darrell Brooks, the man accused of running into the holiday parade in Waukesha, is requesting an adjournment because he said the jail nurse placed him on COVID protocol and is waiting for tests to return. Brooks was in court today wearing orange jail clothing. This is opposed to the suits that he's been wearing the last 2 days. Trial hearings, Brooks said he lost his taste, is fatigued, and doesn't feel well. He refuses to take a rapid test. The judge ordered Brooks to be brought to another spare room after multiple warnings to stop interrupting. Well, you're not allowed to put anything inside of them, but many of the now illegal ballot drop boxes around Madison look different on the outside.
It incorporates a nationally renowned artist's work and features some very pointed words after the state Supreme Court ruled communities couldn't use the ballot boxes. Our Catherine Merck learned more about how this happened. She's live tonight on Madison's North Side with more. Catherine?
I'm outside of a drop box that's in front of Fire Station 10 across the street from Warner Park here in Madison. Take a look what's changed about the drop boxes. On the side here, there's a quote that says, "Truth is powerful and will prevail," from Sojourner Truth. That's a quote from her. And then on the other side here, there's a quote that references the Wisconsin Supreme Court's banning of most absentee ballot drop boxes in the state, saying, quote, "This decision is a step backward in our efforts to make it easy, safe, and secure for every eligible voter to cast their ballots." In a press release today, the city took ownership for the artistic change. The mayor and anyone involved wasn't able to talk to me, but they did send us some quotes, including the mayor saying, quote, "Rather than removing these secure drop boxes, we wanted to transform them to share the powerful words of Sojourner Truth and to convey our community's belief in democracy, voting rights, and the prevailing power of truth." The artist behind the work is Jenny Holzer, a New York-based artist, and the city has worked with her before back in 2020 for the Get Out to Vote campaign, with various items across the city decorated in her work. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Out with the old, in with the new. The final F-16s assigned to the 115th Fighter Wing departed Truax Field this morning. A small contingent of F-16s from other units will temporarily operate from Truax Field to conduct homeland defense training while the 115th transitions to F-35s. Construction and training of base personnel will continue in anticipation of the arrival of the new planes next spring in 2023.
A program that teaches Greene County high school students about the dangers of driving under the influence is back for the 12th year in Monroe. The Prevent Alcohol and Risk-Related Trauma in Youth, or PARTY, program for short includes a play featuring student actors as well as SSM Health, Monroe Hospital physicians and nurses, and community first responders. It included testimonials from a Greene County deputy coroner and a Greene County judge, as well as personal stories from people who were affected while driving drunk.
I think kids aren't really aware that these are choices they're making. You make the choice to drink and drive. You make the choice to use drugs and get into a car, but they don't foresee the potential of what can happen under those circumstances.
The program committee hopes that students will remember this experience and be able to identify a risky situation and a safer alternatives before it's too late.
Amid the rubble and despair of Hurricane Ian, there are stories of immense generosity and kindness. A week after Ian's landfall, the streets of Fort Myers are lined with debris. It's overwhelming. Some find little can be saved. Volunteers are going door to door distributing supplies, and many residents still lack the basics: food, running water, electricity. They include Baltazar Lopez, who told us his family evacuated to the roof at the height of the storm as their home filled with water.
I tell everyone just to lay down on the roof. Don't move, Jeremy, because the winds was so high.
Wind speeds in the area ranged from 95 to 140 miles per hour. Now the Lopez family's ruined belongings sit on the front lawn. FEMA's damage assessment team is in the area and the investigation is ongoing. The state says so far it's distributed more than 2.3 million meals and more than 15 million bottles of water.
President Biden toured the destruction from Hurricane Ian in hard-hit Fort Myers, Florida.
Just today, the president increased the level of disaster funding that extends coverage for debris removal and emergency protective measures for another 30 days.
The president is also meeting with residents. CBS's Kristen Benavides is on the ground in Fort Myers Beach.
President Biden and the First Lady got a bird's-eye view of Florida's disaster zone Wednesday, seeing just how much destruction Hurricane Ian brought to the southwest coast. Fort Myers, once a beachfront paradise, now unrecognizable. Back on land, the president was briefed on the recovery and response efforts. Florida officials say statewide they've distributed more than 34 million bottles of water and more than 9 million shelf-stable meals. President Biden also met with residents and small business owners, pledging cooperation among all levels of government to help people.
We're thinking of you, and we're not leaving. We're not leaving until this gets done. I promise you that.
Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, a vocal critic of the Biden administration, has praised the ongoing cooperation that began even before the storm.
We were very fortunate to have good coordination with the White House and with FEMA from the very beginning of this. We have very different political philosophies, and we're working hand in glove.
Earlier, the governor announced the opening of a temporary bridge to Pine Island, cut off from the mainland since last week.
We wanted to make sure that they were not isolated or forced to even have to leave the island that they love.
Recovery centers and volunteers are providing supplies to struggling residents and encouraging others to get involved.
It's not what you have in your pockets. It is what you have in your heart.
FEMA's damage assessment is ongoing, but it could be one for the record books. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
Well, Aaron Judge made baseball history last night. The New York Yankees outfielder set a new American League record, and some argue it's really a Major League Baseball record as well. Judge hit his 62nd home run of the season to break Roger Maris's American League record. Judge hit a 1-1 slider into the first row of seats in left field when leading off the second game of New York's day-night doubleheader on Tuesday. The 30-year-old Judge had homered only once in his past 13 games.
I just thinking of my wife, thinking of my family, you know, my teammates, you know, just the fans.
His last home run before this one, number 61 in Toronto last Wednesday to match Maris, while Maris's 61 for the Yankees in 1961 had been exceeded 6 times previously. All were tainted by the stench of steroids. That includes Barry Bonds' 73 for the San Francisco Giants in 2001, though he has denied knowingly using performance-enhancing drugs. And the guy who caught that ball in the stands?
I saw that.
It's going to be worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, actually, we should see if we can find that video to show everybody. Yeah, history is made.
He's some big rich guy from Texas. His wife's a reporter for Sports Illustrated.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Well, still to come at 4, much of the world seems to have pretty much opened up despite COVID still being an issue.
But that is not the case in Southeast Asia. CBS travel correspondent Wendy Gillette has the latest on travel and tourism in Asia when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
This fall into savings with an affordable, delectable dining set. Whether you're craving farmhouse, rustic, contemporary, cottage, and more. I've got dining and counter heights, storage benches, and tons of configurations.
Get Boss discount!
If you're thinking it takes a lot of time or money to upgrade your bathroom, then think again. Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, is your trusted local source for affordable baths, showers, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day with premium patterns like Canyon Rock, Classic Concrete, and San Michele. If you've been putting off updating your bathroom, now's the time to call. It's our Rake in the Fall savings event. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $25 restaurant.com gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower, 24 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin, not me.
Because Dupixent targets a root cause of eczema, it helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of it.
Hide my skin? Not me.
And for kids ages 6 months and up, that means clearer skin and noticeably less itch. With Dupixent, you can change how their skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can show more with less eczema. Talk to your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
Tim Michael's company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. But he says
people love working at Michael's.
Women said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
We have a great work culture.
Higher-ups called the women liars and fired those who spoke out. So when he says this,
we have a great work culture,
know that the culture comes from the top.
Celebrate the fall by falling in love with a room of your dreams. You'll find complete dining sets starting at $5.99, sofas starting at $4.99, and even more savings on bedrooms, mattresses, and more, with many financing options available.
Big Boss Discount!
Welcome back. Do you think there's a mental health crisis in this country?
Well, if you said yes, you are not alone. 9 out of 10 adults thinks the U.S. is in a mental health crisis. That's according to a new CNN Kaiser Family Foundation poll. The opioid epidemic is near the top of the list, with more than 2/3 of people identifying it as a crisis rather than just a problem. More than half identified mental health issues among kids and teenagers, along with severe mental illness in adults. There is good reason for people to be worried. In 2020, mental health-related visits to the emergency room jumped 31% among kids ages 12 to 17.
Well, if you're watching your waistline, you may also want to keep an eye on the clock. According to a new study published yesterday, people who wait until later in the day to eat are twice as likely to be more hungry. Researchers say eating 4 hours later affects hunger levels, the way calories are burned, and the way the fat is stored. The findings were based on people who were classified as either overweight or obese, but authors say they carefully eliminated other possible weight gain causes in their study. The participants were fed the same foods at different times of the day to evaluate their hunger levels.
REI is dumping Black Friday permanently. For the last 7 years, the retailer has closed its doors on the day after Thanksgiving to give its employees a day off. Well, starting this year, every part of its business, including 178 stores, will close every year on Black Friday. The company said it would instead pay its 16,000 workers to spend time outside doing absolutely anything aside from shopping on that day.
Good for them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, stocks capped a wild session lower, snapping a two-day surge. The Dow Industrials lost 42 points, closing at 30,273. The Nasdaq fell 27. The S&P 500 was off 7.5. Well, several Asian countries are finally dropping their COVID restrictions 2.5 years after the pandemic started.
Japan is opening to individual tourists a week from today, and Thailand eliminated its remaining COVID entry rules on Saturday.
Wendy Gillette recently visited Bangkok to see how the country that relies on tourism is rebuilding.
Many Asian countries have handled COVID more conservatively than others in the world, slowly reopening their borders or not opening them at all until now. Hong Kong just reopened, but there are still COVID restrictions in place. Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, and Thailand have now removed such rules, and the countries are back open for regular tourism. Whitney and Chris Mosley from Houston surveyed the city of Bangkok from the 64th floor of Labua at State Tower while traveling in Thailand for several weeks, shortly before the country dropped entry restrictions for tourists.
Honestly, the tourism is going to be really nice to have it back in some of the areas.
Almost 40 million tourists visited Thailand in 2019 before the pandemic hit. That was when Bangkok was ranked the world's most visited city for the 4th straight year. But a lot has happened since then. For much of the pandemic, pandemic, Thailand had a complicated system of quarantines for anyone entering the country, which discouraged tourism. And that was devastating for the economy, considering that in 2019, international travelers made up an estimated 60% of tourism spending. The sector accounts for about a fifth of the country's gross domestic product and employment. More than 1 million Americans visited Thailand in 2019.
We understand that we won't get back to, over 1 million visitors right away. But our goal is to ensure that we continue the process of promoting to quality tourists.
Labua, which has 6 bars and 4 restaurants, including 2 with 2 Michelin stars, relied on their profits the past couple years.
What people missed during COVID is real experiences.
We got special rates to stay at Labua and Capella, a new Bangkok hotel with elegant design, riverside suites, and water views from a 1 Michelin-starred restaurant that opened during the pandemic.
It's been very challenging, to say the least. That said, we have discovered an amazing local market that was just absolutely famished for travel.
The hope is that international tourism will rebound to pre-pandemic levels in the next couple of years. Thailand has extended regular tourist visas from 30 to 45 days to encourage longer visits and has introduced a new 10-year visa for professionals who want to work remotely. Mark and Susan?
Wendy, was it crowded when you were over there?
The Bangkok airport was packed, and it was very hard to get taxis, but that's partly because Thailand is dealing with the same labor crisis Europe, the U.S., and other regions have struggled with over the pandemic. Hotels are starting to fill up, but it's certainly not anywhere near the level I used to see before COVID, when Thailand was a very busy place. What that does mean is it's easy to get into tourist attractions, at least for now.
Oh, interesting. And what about the cost of all of this? How is the dollar stacking up in Thailand right now?
The dollar is very strong all over the world right now, which means our money goes further, and Thailand is no exception. 1 U.S. dollar equals 38 Thai baht, up from 30 Thai baht in 2019. You can get a domestic beer at a restaurant for about $1.50 and an hour massage on the beach for around $11. So prices are extremely low there.
There's 3 or 4 good reasons to go right there.
Right, exactly. Except for the flight. It's a long one.
It is a long flight.
Yes, it does take quite a long time.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, Wendy.
We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
Sure.
To go to Thailand, I guess.
16-hour flight. Can you do it?
Nope. Well, everyone knows that training for a Navy SEAL can be brutal.
But is that training going too far? A commander in charge has opened an investigation, and we'll have more on that coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
To Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Design your dream bathroom with Mad City Baths. Beautiful American-made baths and showers that are easy to clean, infused with microban antimicrobial protection, installed in as little as 1 day.
It was all very, very professional. Very professional. I really appreciate that the craftsmanship was terrific. It was top of the line, and I just really liked it.
So make the call. It's our Rake in the Fall savings event. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $25 restaurant.com gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. 24 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Mandela Barnes is spreading a lot more than just peanut butter. Barnes didn't pay thousands in property taxes on his Milwaukee condo, bought with family money. While not paying property taxes, Barnes bought a second condo, went to Vegas, even sat courtside for a Bucks game. Asked about his unpaid taxes, Barnes said,
"It's Juneteenth. Yeah, hey, it's Juneteenth. They want to talk about property tax."
Now Barnes wants to talk about peanut butter. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Oh, Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Well, take a look at this. It was Bark in the Park night at Citi Field in New York, and a good dog was the lucky recipient of a Francisco Lindor solo home run in the first inning. Not sure if the bite marks serve as official Major League Baseball authentication, but we do know this pooch was not giving that ball up for anything.
Now, the dog didn't catch it, did he?
It's unclear. I think it probably fell on the ground.
Okay.
And no one caught it.
That's a better story if the dog caught it.
He caught it right in midair. He jumped up in the air, and didn't spill his beer. Well, teachers deserve to be celebrated every day, of course.
Yes, they certainly do, especially today on World Teachers Day. It's observed on October 5th, and it honors teachers who make vital contributions to the development of our future leaders. As teachers work so hard to prepare students for the future, it's more important than ever to recognize the difficult job they do. To observe World Teachers Day, the best thing you can do today is thank a teacher for making a positive impact on your life or others.
Good advice.
Yes.
Happy Teachers Day. All right. You're going to teach us about the weather.
Cold, cooler. Yeah. So you can actually see the leaves coming out. They're changing. We'll show you more on that and how cool it's going to actually get here starting Friday and then the weekend.
I'd rate Mad City Bass 10 out of 10 because of how easy they were to work with, how professional their salespeople and their installers were, and then the quality of the finished product.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. We can transform your old bath with a new walk-in shower for easy access. Installed in as little as 1 day, backed with a double lifetime labor warranty. During our Rake in the Fall savings event, save $500 with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $25 restaurant.com gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. 24 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson.
I'm Sheriff Eric Severson.
We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes.
Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself.
Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists.
Take it from us.
Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, well, we're speaking of fall colors right now. Here's the current map right now. You can see that peak is starting to happen up into northern Wisconsin, but more as you get towards southern Wisconsin. We're still about a week away. Although there's spots, like I said, this is just an average reports. And if you want more, travelwisconsin.com has a lot more of these reports going on, but we are getting there to the time of year. Right now, we're tracking two systems. Right now, we got this low pressure system that's pushing eastward. And then we have the cold front that's further to the north. These two systems are going to provide our weather. This one's giving us a little bit of shower, mainly to southwestern Wisconsin. And then as we zoom in, we get some of that activity is getting up into Wisconsin, but a lot of it is falling apart. But that'll be the feature for tonight. Cold front's further to the north. So overall tonight, you see this going to push south. So southwestern Wisconsin, far southern Wisconsin has an opportunity for a shower or two tonight. Cold front comes through tomorrow, and then you see the whole pattern begin to shift more north flow. The winds start picking up, and this continues through Thursday and Friday, which maybe in the UP might even see the first taste of snow with some of this, especially with the lake effect kicking in. So this goes Friday, so it's going to be a cold pattern with cloud cover in the afternoon, but once we get past tomorrow, shower activity is not going to be really a threat. And then in the weekend, we'll see much drier, warmer conditions. So you see this is a future cast. You can see some of the showers that have gone into southwestern Wisconsin, Grant County, Crawford County, a few of them. You're going to see some of that kind of creep forward overnight, but a lot of it's falling apart. It's still quite dry, even at the atmosphere lower levels right now, but that's what we're going to see tonight. But still a mild overnight temperature, mid-50s, low 50s in certain areas, and then there's the cold front that comes through tomorrow right around noon or a few in between that hours. Then we'll see a line of showers potentially develop as it pushes east. But the noticeable change will be afternoon is when the winds start picking up out of the northwest, and we'll see 10 to 20 miles per hour with some stronger gusts too. So temperatures will probably peak at about noon tomorrow, and they'll start slowly falling in the afternoon to the 50s, and then that'll continue overnight. We'll still see some wind. So Thursday night or Friday morning, won't see the coldest probably temps. It'll be more Saturday. So here's the wind. We're looking at gusts that will pick up over 30 miles per hour tomorrow. So it will be quite blustery tomorrow afternoon. You'll definitely feel it all the way through the evening hours, and that'll continue through about Thursday evening and then die off Thursday night. So something to keep an eye on tomorrow. That you'll definitely notice that. That'll continue, and then overall. So if you look at, oops, go back there. We'll get to the coats for kids in a second. 10-day forecast, you can see we're going to see that noticeable temperature change going back to 50 degrees on Friday, which is about 14 degrees below average. We have another system maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's not as significant, but I think the big story is there's something that's going to be coming to the end probably Saturday morning, and that's the 2022 growing season. So
yeah.
I think that's going to be the big thing. So, and obviously coats for kids, we have one more week on that. Excuse me, not one more week. We got October through 8th. So please donate. We're going on. We got just a few more days.
It's Saturday it ends.
Yep.
Go to any Clinky Cleaners and they'll clean it up and then distribute it to.
And you'll definitely need to come Saturday morning.
Yes.
And it's not just kids.
Timing is perfect.
Adults too.
Adults too, yes.
I mean, all sorts of coats.
I took some pictures today of the trees, and I'm glad I did, because with this wind coming, they're going to look different.
Yeah, that's weather plays a factor in how long it lasts, really, with the peak. So I think up north they'll probably lose quite a few with the wind coming. So, but yeah, we still got another week down here, so there's still some opportunity.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Two NASA astronauts, a Japanese space veteran and Russia's lone female cosmonaut, launched today on a flight to the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule.
Astronaut Nicole Mann, Josh Casada, Japanese astronaut Koichi Wakata, and cosmonaut Anna Kinkina took off from the Kennedy Space Center just after 11 a.m. today. Wakata is making his 5th space flight, while Mann, Casada, and Kinkina, the first Russian cosmonauts to fly aboard a Crew Dragon. They are space rookies. Godspeed.
It's a lot of names. I'm glad you got that story. The training program for Navy SEALs has been under increased scrutiny after the death of a recruit back in February.
CBS News has obtained video showing SEAL candidates being subjected to intense tear gas exposure, raising more questions about the Navy's training methods.
The commander in charge of Naval Special Warfare has ordered an investigation, and David Martin has the story.
Recruits for the elite Navy SEALs being hit with tear gas. They've been ordered to sing so they can't try to ride it out by holding their breath.
Hey, keep singing!
Exposure to tear gas is a standard part of SEAL training, but the way it's done here may violate the Navy's own rules.
The Admiral in charge of the SEALs has ordered an investigation, saying the video raises questions about the lawfulness of the behavior.
If the investigation finds the instructors deliberately broke the rules in order to abuse or punish the recruits, they could be charged with a criminal offense.
To Sven Hjort of Duke University, who studies tear gas and its effects, the video looks more like hazing than training.
I was really shocked. They were definitely exposed to concentrations of tear gas that are much larger than what would be safe.
The video, which the Navy confirms is authentic, was shot last year on San Clemente Island off California and obtained by investigative reporter Matthew Cole, author of Code Over Country, a recent book about SEAL Team 6.
I got this video from some SEALs, students who were trying to become SEALs that felt that the instructors and the SEALs were abusive and very careless with their health.
Most military recruits have to go through a gas chamber to learn how to properly don a face mask and what happens if they don't. But the gas used on the SEAL recruits appears much thicker and lasts much longer. The rules require the instructors to stay at least 6 feet away to avoid the danger of burns and to use the gas for no more than 15 seconds. In this video, the gas lasts for more than a minute. One recruit appears to pass out.
We should not injure our recruits that really serve for us in this way. I think it doesn't make any sense in training to do this and could cause long-term injury.
The video comes to light as the Navy is already investigating whether the notoriously tough selection course has become too brutal, even for an elite unit like the Navy SEALs.
David Martin, CBS News, the Pentagon.
Well, that's hard to watch.
Yeah, we'll continue to follow the investigation.
Well, coming up next here on Live at 4, some doctors are warning about the dangers for women's health now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned. That includes women facing cancer.
And then coming up next hour at 5, a 9-year-old Janesville boy was killed last week after a driver hit him. Our Tahlil Moeddin will have an update for us at 5.
Still living with that old bathroom from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, dated colors, stains you can't get rid of? Then call Mad City Baths. Bring your bathroom up to date with a new walk-in shower with modern colors and patterns, infused with microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. Add shelves, grab bars, and handhelds. Or choose an easy access walk-in tub with relaxing hydrotherapy. It's our Rake in the Fall savings event. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 12 months. And get a $25 restaurant.com gift card with estimate. But last chance to call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. 24 months interest-free financing and double it to a $50 restaurant.com gift card with your free estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
New at 5, could an accident that claimed the life of a 9-year-old in Janesville have been prevented? News 3 Now looks into safety complaints raised with the city.
And we could be breaking our dry streak tonight. We'll be planning out when you could see some showers for your area at 5.
And ahead at 6, Will Keneally brings you a reality check on Senator candidate Mandela Barnes' true feelings about America. That's tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Anna Maria Island near Tampa.
Oh, that's beautiful.
78 degrees. The storm obviously went south of there.
All is quiet today. Looks perfect.
Well, some doctors are warning about the dangers for women's health now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
That includes women facing cancer who could be impacted by the decision. Serena Marshall has more.
Diana Mock couldn't wait to share the news. She was expecting her second child. But at 11 weeks, doctors discovered she had acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
They told me that if I didn't start treatment really soon, that I would most likely have max 8 weeks to live.
A practicing Mormon, Diana faced terminating her pregnancy or jeopardizing her own health.
My doctors, they said, you don't have to have an abortion. However, if you start treatment, you will miscarry. And if you miscarry because of your medical situation, it could be fatal.
According to the Guttmacher Institute, 13 states are enforcing total abortion bans, while others are enforcing bans from 6 to 20 weeks. Dr. Shika Jain says she's concerned when a mother's life is in danger, what will qualify as a medical emergency.
It happens more often than you would think, where you're undergoing cancer treatment and you find out that you're pregnant. We're seeing physicians who are waiting for lawyers to tell them whether it's appropriate in order to decide what type of medical treatment to give these patients.
The Biden administration says it will vigorously protect women's rights to essential health care and that emergency medical care under federal law includes abortion services. But some states are challenging that in court. For Diana Mock, she chose to terminate the pregnancy.
I just had this overwhelming feeling that an abortion was the right decision and that I needed to make it in order to live.
And says the loss is never far from her heart. Serena Marshall, CBS News, Washington.
About 1 in 1,000 pregnant women is diagnosed with cancer. That is according to the American Cancer Society.
Well, there's nothing else like it in the entire world. We're talking about the World Dairy Expo taking place right now in Madison.
Our fabulous farm babe, Pam Yonke. This is like Christmas every day for a week. We'll check in live with Pam from the Alliant Energy Center when Live at 4 continues.
Headed out to beautiful Vitens Gulfland today for our Midwest Money Minute. And you know Vitens, they're a staple for family fun, activities, golfing, you name it. Well, Matt and his team at Midwest Financial Group, they now offer everything under one roof as well. You have exciting news to share with us.
Yeah, we've been working all year long on this announcement, and finally we're able to share the fact that we're going to now be able to offer tax planning, tax services to individuals and businesses all in one place. So we went out to Carrie Apple and her team at Apple & Associates, who we've known for a long time, respected for a long time. We asked them to join our team, and now we are a one-stop shop for financial planning, tax planning, and so many things.
Why does that make it so nice for your clients to know they can come to one place?
Well, the right hand and the left hand need to know what they're doing when it comes to taxes and retirement planning and finances and being a business owner or an individual. There's so much that goes into it, and so much of it involves taxation. And so to have that expert and a handful of experts in one place is really important.
Everyone, please meet Carrie Apple with Apple & Associates. Very, very exciting that you guys are joining forces with Midwest Financial Group. So tell me some of the services that you provide.
We offer tax planning, preparation, bookkeeping, accounting, and payroll at our firm. We're really excited that we merged with Midwest Financial Group so that we can make sure we don't have any missteps with our clients. We're really trying to fill the gaps that they might feel in their financial situation.
You hear that? They're going to take care of you. Whether it's Matt's team, Carrie's team, they've got you covered. What a fun afternoon celebrating the two businesses coming together here at Vitens Gulfland. Don't forget, call Midwest Financial Group and learn about all of their new services. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Matt. From Vitens, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
You've probably heard by now, but Waunakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Waunakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off plus special financing. Visit WaunakeeRemodeling.com for more.
All right, no incidents to speak of with traffic right now. We're just seeing our normal backups here is along the interstates to Stoughton Road. Turn off right there. So that's being backed up. And then your normal other congested areas right now. But there are no incidents, accidents. There's just some road construction going on. Still further up to the north, you still got some road construction going on in the interstate too. But overall, things are still looking good. Then we go down to Janesville area too. Overall, no issues to speak of too. And then if you do a nice zoom out, we're all pretty good too. So the weather's cooperating with the traffic, and the weather's actually cooperating very nice for the Dairy Expo today, which you guys have now.
All right, Greg, thank you. But first, Crocs is giving away thousands of free pairs of its clogs to celebrate its 20th anniversary. It's all part of its free pair for all Croctober daily shoe giveaway, which runs through Friday. To participate, you must join the Crocs Club. It's free. Crocs were first released in 2002 and saw a resurgence during the coronavirus pandemic. The company reported a record annual revenue of $2.3 billion in 2021. That's up a whopping 67% over 2020. That's a lot of Croc. Well, no dairy event in the world compares to the one happening in Madison this week.
More than 70,000 people from 100 different countries are here for World Dairy Expo.
And where else would you expect to find the fabulous Farm Bay? Pam Yankee joins us live from the Alliant Energy Center. Pam, take it away.
Congratulations. Oh, my goodness. You wish I could take it away. I all of a sudden have so much more activity around me than I expected, like literally 30 seconds ago. That's good. That's good. Set her up. Set her up. You can't do World Dairy Expo without a cow. Thank you to Tina McDonald for the, I know it's Vilter. I got to have a Guernsey. I got to have something bovine behind me. What we're doing is tonight we're celebrating some of the leaders of the industry. So our Dairy Person of the Year and our Dairy Farmer of the Year are here from Wisconsin. Shelley Myers, our Dairy Industry Person of the Year. John Rootinger from Van Dyne is our Dairyman of the Year. And I wanted to make sure that we highlighted Wisconsin. And John got a little bit lost. That's why I'm winded, he's winded. Shelley is the leader of the Professional Dairy Producers of Wisconsin, as well as being a dairy producer herself in Slinger. How long have you been executive director of PDPW?
30 years. I started when I was 10.
Congratulations, though, to you both. You both have been real leaders. You said all day you've kind of been on pins and needles about this.
Pins and needles, it just feels weird. It feels like I don't know, like that kid that was in the right place and gets a blue ribbon for showing someone else's cow, because this award really goes to the leaders like John of professional dairy producers.
Tell people a little bit on how you've seen not only the show change, grow, but even the dairy industry in Wisconsin.
Oh boy, first time I was at this show, I was probably on the shoulders of my dad. We'd walk around.
Right.
So it's changed so much. I mean, there's a lot of things about the dairy industry that, dairy community, we really are a community of a bunch of farm families that are bringing the best product out there, milk to them. But when you look at the size of the equipment, the farms, there's about the same amount of cows in Wisconsin and across the country as there used to be, but our cows are so much more efficient. We've learned how to be more effective and efficient with all of our resources, less water used to produce a gallon of milk. I think that there's a lot of things that remain the same though, and that is the goodness of the people. The people that I work with are always trying to learn. The young people that we're working with are asking the same questions that we asked probably 25 years ago, and that is, I want to be a part of it. How can I do this? What do I have to do to be successful? But so many things have changed.
Well, like I said, I wanted to put the highlight on Wisconsin because tonight these two are going to be center of the ring. Excuse me, sweetness, let me get in here. John Rootinger is a dairy producer from Van Dyne. And you were saying if you weren't being recognized tonight, you'd still be coming to this show.
Oh, yeah. Every year you have to come to the show.
Here, face.
Oh, hey, forgot what we're doing, huh? No, every year you have to come to the World Dairy Expo to see the greatness that this industry really has to offer, Pam. It's phenomenal when you look at it. The number of people that are excited about being in agriculture, especially dairy, is really phenomenal.
And tell us a little bit about your farm.
Well, we dairy in the Fond du Lac area, 1,500 cows. We're the third generation going to the fourth generation dairy producer. And as Shelley stated, earlier, you know, working within the industry is really cool, and allowing and having another generation come to take over a family farm is truly remarkable, and it's a great thing.
Proud of you for doing it. Now we've got a visual here. Tell me what we got here.
This is Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. Nice. From
Wisconsin, New Glarus.
Hello, Nutter Butter, you sweetie baby. This is what Pam's supposed to be doing. This is Nutter Butter. Tell me how jealous you are. Tell me how jealous you are of this.
I am very jealous.
I live a good life. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nutter Butter.
Pam,
I used to do this as a kid, believe it or not.
Thank you, Pam. Thanks your guest for us, please. And the Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. Beautiful.
All right, well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Reducing prison populations is now sexy. Reducing prison populations is now sexy.
Sexy? Mandela Barnes's administration has released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. That's not sexy. It's terrifying. And as a mother, I don't want Mandela Barnes anywhere near the Senate. From defunding our police to releasing predators, Mandela Barnes is a threat to Wisconsin families.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Find your style today with Patriot Lighting ceiling fans from Menards. Choose from our huge selection with over 40 in-stock options. Patriot Lighting ceiling fans add elegance to any room and reduce energy costs all year round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find the look that's right for you. Save big money and get 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Habitat Restore is full of great finds at great prices for a great cause. With a unique inventory of high-quality, low-cost goods, you can save money and feel good about your purchase. Shop Restore Dane County today.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Wherever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Concerns were raised nearly a year before the accident that killed a 9-year-old, dismissed by the city of Janesville. That's according to a local woman. News 3 now investigates the allegations to see if the road's dangers could be prevented. That's coming up at 5.
As political ads bombard you with campaign promises and claims to capture your vote, News 3 Now gives you a reality check, clarifying the candidates' messages and finding the facts to help you make informed choices. Reality Check, tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Yeah, overall, some things to know as you go out this afternoon, this evening. It looks good, actually, for this evening and overnight. Mild conditions, only getting down to the low 50s overall for 1st October. It's nice. A few showers here, southwest Wisconsin, maybe southern Wisconsin. That continues overnight. But I think the plan for tomorrow is not just a few showers, but the winds in the afternoon will definitely pick up out of the northwest. So something to keep in mind of as you go out tomorrow afternoon. And then for the 10-day, as you get closer to it, we're looking at temperatures. Let's get that up there. There we go. There we go. 7-day, we can see. We're looking for temperatures around 50 for Friday and then warming back up a little bit, but definitely it looks like the growing season will come to an end come at least Saturday morning.
A little setback, but then back in the 60s, not bad.
No.
Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care takes your calls live.
And we head to Dodgeville circa 1990. We visit a shop whose owner said he could fix anything. I think you're going to put him to the test, Mark, didn't you?
We did.
We'll have that Traveler Throwback Thursday coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ron Johnson caught lying. Independent fact checks call his attacks on Mandela Barnes false and misleading. But it's Johnson's views that are alarming. Johnson supported a ban on abortions. He co-sponsored a bill that makes no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And Johnson said if women don't like it, they can move. The truth is, it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Lean back and save at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, or office chairs and get up to $1,500 credit towards the purchase of more. Or save $400 on stressless signature-based recliners and ottomans and motorized classic power recliners. Don't wait. Take the opportunity to fill your home with stressless comfort for less. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yes. I'd like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes. Certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain.
Tim Michael's company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. But he says
people love working at Michael's.
Women said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
We have a great work culture.
Higher-ups called the women liars and fired those who spoke out. So when he says this,
we have a great work culture,
know that the culture comes from the top.
In today's Final Touch, a rare wild horse has been introduced at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Here's the interesting part. The horse was produced by cloning in 2020. The endangered Przewalski's horse named Kurt has been introduced to a female of his species named Holly. Wildlife care experts at the zoo hope that the introduction will result in Kurt learning the behaviors of a wild horse. He was cloned from the DNA of a horse that was frozen 42 years ago, the DNA was. It's hoped that once he reaches maturity in 3 or 4 years, he'll be able to breed and bring more genetic diversity to his species. Formerly extinct in the wild, the Przewalski's horse has survived for 40 years, the past 40 40 years almost entirely in zoos around the world. Several wild herds have been reintroduced to their native habitat, the grasslands of China and Mongolia. Isn't that interesting?
Fascinating.
Wow. Science. That's our time for now. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.